Hey y'all, so today I'm going to do a brush video. I'm just going to show you what kind of brushes I have, their uses, and how to use them a bit, and I might just play around with the bristles. So I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to lower the camera and we'll start with the foundation brushes first. Okay, this brush, stippling brush, you can see the black hairs at the bottom and the white tip. Okay. It's very soft. This can be used for foundation. It can also be used for powder, blush, and even highlight for your cheekbones. This is a stippling motion. And to blend, you would just go in circles. And with this brush, you would want to clean it about every 2 days, or depending how often you use it. Face brushes need to be cleaned more often than eye brushes. Okay. I'm going to pop it back into the jar. And I'll show you another brush. It is also stippling, but it's a bit different. This is a flat top brush. It's more dense than the stippling brush. Also is two-toned. This one is made out of goat hair, and it's much softer than the stippling. This one is more suitable for foundation and powder, not so much highlighting or blush, but the motion is the same if you were to apply foundation to your face. You would just go like that and circular motions to blend, as with anything. Has a short handle so you can get a nice steady grip on it. Place it back in. Okay. And the next one is a foundation brush. Looks like this. Again, it is two-toned. Very stiff. That's something that you want to look for when purchasing a foundation brush. It'll provide less streakiness, and you also want to look for it to be a bit thick. And these do need a bit of help with blending. So I do recommend a stippling brush over a foundation brush. This one is from Sigma, and they're dupes of MAC brushes. This is a very similar brush. It is also foundation. This one is two-toned as well. This is from Crown brushes. This is a bit less thick in density, if you can see. And this is just for maybe a light foundation. It can also help to apply a tinted moisturizer. And next brush I'll show you is we'll just go into basic base brushes. This is an angled contour brush. Has a slight angle to it, if you can see. And it is white, but with products that you may use, it will stain a bit. Now this brush is quite fluffy. You can see densely packed bristles. Okay. And with this, I would recommend using it for blush or a light highlight at the top of your cheeks and for light contouring. Because it is so fluffy, you will not get a defined line when contouring, but you can also blend out a harsh line with this brush. So it's very nice. It's from Sigma as well. So place it back in here. This is a Barbie canister that I use to keep some of my brushes. This is the vintage Barbie. And we'll go to the next set of brushes, which will be, we'll go for blending brushes, I think. Now these are my collection of blending brushes, some better than others, and I'm going to go over my favorite one first. This is a E35 tapered blending brush. It has the tip like that, densely packed, long handle so you can get a grip. And with this, you can apply crease color. Also, you can just blend out harsh edges. This brush can also be used to smooth and blend out any face contours, maybe along your nose. And it is originally white, but with use, it can become stained. This brush also comes in miniature form, and it looks a bit different when you buy it in miniature. It will become more wide and a bit stiffer. These are the miniature versions. You can see a bit of difference, even though I assure you they are the same brush. And they function the same as the large size, even though you might have trouble with the grip on the shorter brushes, but I prefer those and do recommend them. Next blending brush I'll go over is just a regular blending brush from Sigma. This is less dense than the previous one. It's all black, and this one you can apply a light crease color if you want to do a more natural look, but it will just spread out the color really, so you probably don't want to do that. This brush's sole purpose is to blend. Let's see if I can, there we go. Very fluffy and very soft. And this is another one. This is a double-sided brush. This is great for traveling, so you don't pack so much. This is the regular blending side. It is tapered, so it'll get shorter towards the end. You can see. Fluffy, a bit soft. And this is the defining crease brush. Bit stiff, so it'll get in your crease and define it nicely. These are some other crease brushes slash outer corner brushes. These are great to get that outer V to be darkened, and also if you would like to do a cut crease look. They look like this. This is the most sturdy. Originally white from Sigma. These can also be used to apply an inner highlight color on your eye. This is a smaller detail brush, but does the same thing. And these are all crease brushes. So they come in all different sizes, but they all function very similar. As you can see, these gold ones actually came in gift sets, and this is just some knockoff brush with the black one. Next, I'll talk about a body brush. This, sorry about that. This is a body brush. This can also be used for bronzer. It can be used for tanner to smooth out any harsh lines so you don't get a line of demarcation. See that I recently used it? It's also very great for powder because how dense it is, you see? Very, very dense bristles, very soft, very smooth. It's a very well made brush. As you can see, all the bristles are cut uniformly. So, very nice. And a bit of two-tone, with it being lighter at the base and darker towards the top. Next, we'll go over some angle contouring brush that I have. Looks like this. Slight angle again. This differs from the first one I showed you because it is much more stiff and sturdy. You can see right there. Soft enough to blend, but you will get the defined line. So this is a great pick. Another brush we'll go over is the fan brush. Looks like this. This is the large fan brush. This brush, I would say, has a few features and things it is good for. I don't think it's a necessity for everyday use or a kit, but it's nice to have and it's quite pretty in my opinion. This is great for highlight right here or dusting powder onto your face. When you apply it with highlight, you would like to go like this. Besides that, you could probably use this to contour your cleavage, to just give a better effect and also highlight. But not too many features with this brush. It's okay. This is the miniature fan brush. Sturdy a bit. This brush has even less features than the larger one. Again, not a necessity at all in your kit, but you can use it to do slight highlights, maybe across your nose or your chin. Besides that, with this particular fan brush, there's not much else you can do with it. The smaller fan brushes, however, smaller than this, can be used to apply mascara. Next, I'll show you a lip brush. This is from NARS. You take the top off, you place, and the top of the brush peeks out. This is a very small, sturdy brush used for precise application of lipstick and lip gloss, and can also be used to feather / blend out your lip liner. A necessity for all ladies or men. Next, we'll go over some powder brushes. Powder brushes can look very different. It all depends on your taste / what you want to do with it. This is a basic fluffy powder brush, dense bristles, used for a light application of powder. Face brushes can shed, so you want to always look at your face before you go out to make sure that leftover bristles aren't left on your face. You want to look for a soft brush, but softness does not indicate quality. You want to make sure that the hairs are uniform. Okay? And run your hands along it. You don't want any shedding, okay? Before buying a brush, you can do that. And if you experience shedding very early on, it is not a quality brush. Also, when washing, you want to look for any dye leakage. If you do see your water being quite discolored, that will indicate a low quality brush. Okay. Put this back in. This is a smaller powder slash blush brush. This can be used for both, and this is for more precise use than the fluffy brush. This will give you better coverage when used with powder, and more coverage as well with blush. There are many different looks of powder brushes slash blush brushes. This can go for both. This is from EcoTools, which is environment friendly. Very soft, no dye leakage, good price. This is a brush I think everyone should have in their collection. Can also be used for bronzer and highlight. Okay. This is from EcoTools as well. A slightly different powder brush slash brush from what I showed before. This has a wider base and fans out a little bit. Environmental friendly. So this is better for powder because you get more coverage. It can also be used for all the other face purposes as well. Powder brushes tend to be very universal. Next brush is a contour brush. This is a small contour brush. Again, uniform cut hairs. This is used to define your cheekbones, also the jawline, to give you that very slim appearance and make your jaw pop. Okay. This is all black, no two-tone. Can also be used for slight contouring on the nose and forehead. This is the Handy Buki brush from Bare Minerals. Light brown color, dense. Now, this is a medium coverage brush. You would use this for powder, and maybe if you wanted a very bright cheek color. It could also be used for contouring, seeing as it's dense, but you'd want to be careful because it is quite wide. So not ideal, but if you were stuck and this is the only brush you had, you could work with it. Next brush I'll go over is concealer brushes. I own many concealer brushes because they can also double pretty well. I'm a fan of brushes that have multiple uses. Now, they can all look something like this. This is a two-tone Smashbox concealer slash foundation brush. This is for more precise use. I do not recommend it for foundation, but concealer, even though it is labeled as a foundation brush. And it's similar. Very stiff, So great for cream concealer and liquid concealer and also powder. And short, which means it's great for travel. This is a very similar brush from Bare Essentials. This is for maximum coverage. See? Stiff. This is a very high quality brush. All the bristles are aligned. This has lasted me about 2 years already, and it hasn't shed or anything of that nature. This is a more precise concealer brush. Can also double for foundation, eyeshadow. A bit two-toned, stiff, but still soft and gentle for the eye area. And a longer brush for easy handling. There are many concealer brushes. This is one that is also an eyeshadow brush. So great if you don't want to carry a lot with you. From Eco Tools. Soft. Bit sturdy with a pointed tip. So you can get in the corners or in lines very easily. This is more so for powder concealer and eyeshadow because it's not that stiff. It has a bit of stiffness to it, and it's soft, densely packed, but not too ideal for concealer. With concealer, I find that the shorter the brush, the better handle you get and coverage. See, like this one, very stiff, two-toned, short, ideal. This is a fine detail / precision concealer brush. This is for very small spots, perhaps a pimple, a freckle you want covered. This will also work for brows. And just some more similar brushes. Next we'll go over eyeliner brushes / angled brushes. These are great for eyeliner, cream eyeliner, gel eyeliner. You can also use it with powder and also stick eyeliner. You can just rub it against it. Also great for eyebrows. This is an angled brush, slight angle, very thin, no fraying hairs. That's what you want to look for, because you want a precise line. That is also from Eco Tools. This is a Smashbox flat eyeliner brush, very thin. It is white, and this is ideal for a thicker line of eyeliner because you don't get that angle, so it'll be all one length across the eye. Again, I have a dupe of this one. This is ideal for eyebrows / thin eyeliner. They also come in miniature form. for travel. And, whoops, these are the rest of the eyeliner brushes. My favorite is probably, they look dirty, but they're just stained on the bottom, not the tops. I like the angled brushes the best because they have multiple functions. Next, I'll go over just eyeshadow brushes. These are just eyeshadow brushes. Place them down. Okay. This is a flat shader brush. See, I have product on it from using it. These are great for packing on color onto the lid. You could also do a bit of nose contouring. Very slight though. And also for eyebrow highlighting. This is an angled eye brush. This is, you could use to slightly define the outer V. Also for contouring the nose. This is a shadow blender. It's not the regular brush. This is great for eyebrow highlighting, packing on color, and also blending. It's very dense, so that makes it good for blending and packing color. Another packing brush, just skip that one. This is a very flimsy brush. You can see from how I bend it. Very flimsy, okay? And this is just for a light sweeping of color. Not to pack. This is an angled eyeshadow brush. Again for outer V blending. And this is ideal for nose contouring because of the shape. These are fine detail brushes. These are ideal for inner eye corners and right below the eyebrow highlight. Okay. These are just other packing brushes. Again, very dense. These are a bit softer, so lighter packing. The stiffer the brush, the more product it picks up and the more precise it places it. And the last one I'll show is, well, these aren't really brushes. These are for your eyebrows. I own a lot of these. This is for your eyelashes, just to comb out any clumps and to make them go all one direction. side. This for your eyebrows, just to smooth them into place and maybe blend out your eyebrow powder. Okay. It seems as if we're done for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.